What if the greatest horror wasn't a monster? What if it was change itself? Not death, not violence, not the unknown, but the terrifying possibility that you could become someone or something you no longer recognize. That's the haunting idea behind Annihilation, a story that transforms science fiction into one of the most unsettling psychological explorations of identity ever written. Today, we're breaking down why Annihilation is really about fear, transformation, and what happens when we confront the unknown. Jeff VanderMeer's Annihilation introduces us to one of modern fiction's most mysterious settings, Area X. A place cut off from civilization, a landscape where nature behaves differently, where biology changes, where reality itself seems unstable. It's not simply a dangerous place. It's a place that refuses to obey human understanding. Our guide through this nightmare is an unnamed biologist. Unlike many heroes, she isn't driven by glory, or fame, or adventure. She's driven by curiosity. But curiosity comes with a price. Because Area X doesn't simply reveal mysteries, it transforms the people who enter it. Most horror stories ask one question: how do we survive? Annihilation asks something much stranger. What if survival isn't enough? What if you return alive, but no longer remain yourself? The novel suggests that our greatest fear isn't dying. It's becoming someone we no longer recognize. Area X isn't just a location. It's alive. It changes everything around it. Plants, animals, people, even memory. Instead of fighting its visitors, it quietly reshapes them. And that's what makes it so disturbing. Human beings crave certainty. We want answers, patterns, control. Area X offers none of those things. Every discovery creates more questions. Every answer deepens the mystery. The unknown becomes the true antagonist. One fascinating aspect of the expedition is that every character responds differently. Some resist change, some surrender to it, some are consumed by fear, others seem strangely at peace. Transformation isn't the same for everyone, because neither is fear. Throughout the story, the characters begin questioning who they really are. Their memories, their emotions, even their bodies become uncertain. The novel forces us to ask, is identity something permanent, or is it constantly evolving? Unlike traditional science fiction, nature isn't portrayed as beautiful or cruel. It's simply indifferent. Area X doesn't hate humanity. It doesn't love humanity. It simply continues changing. That indifference creates existential horror. Because the universe owes us nothing. One of the novel's central ideas is evolution, not gradual evolution over millions of years, but immediate transformation, forced adaptation, uncontrolled change. The characters don't choose to evolve. Evolution chooses them. In the film adaptation, this transformation is represented through the Shimmer, a strange phenomenon that refracts everything it touches. DNA, plants, animals, humans. The Shimmer becomes a symbol of change itself. Beautiful, mysterious, and terrifying. Not every character reacts the same way. Some desperately fight change. Others eventually accept it. This contrast reveals something deeply human. Fear often comes from resisting transformation. Acceptance creates the possibility of growth. Annihilation is filled with symbolism. Area X represents the unconscious. Transformation represents personal growth. Mutation reflects emotional trauma. Nature becomes a mirror for the human mind. The story works as science fiction, but it's equally powerful as psychological literature. Many horror stories explain their monsters. Annihilation refuses. We never receive complete answers. The mystery remains. The uncertainty survives. And that's exactly why the story lingers long after it ends. Unlike traditional monster stories, the environment itself becomes the horror. The forests, the wildlife, the landscape, everything feels alive. Everything feels unfamiliar. Nature isn't the background. Nature is the story. For writers, Jeff VanderMeer offers incredible lessons. Let mystery remain mysterious. Use setting as a living character. Explore psychology before action. Build horror through uncertainty. Make transformation the true conflict. Sometimes, the greatest villain isn't a person. It's change itself. At its heart, Annihilation asks a question that every human eventually faces. Can we accept becoming someone different? Or will we spend our lives fighting inevitable change? Because transformation isn't always destruction. Sometimes, it's evolution. Jeff VanderMeer created far more than a science fiction novel. He created a meditation on fear, identity, nature, and humanity's relationship with change. Because perhaps the greatest mystery isn't Area X. It's ourselves. If you want more literary breakdowns, psychological horror, and storytelling masterclasses, subscribe. Because the greatest stories don't simply entertain us. They force us to confront the parts of ourselves we've been afraid to explore.